What's up? What's up? Hello Orchid fans, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I've got some work to do. I've got two orchids that are basically in trouble. So one of them is my vanilla Planifolia. So I was showing you in the last video when I did my update on the haul that this orchid is basically just rotted everything that was in the media. So I pulled it out and there was nothing alive. So let's see what we can do about that. And I've got another orchid here. So this is my Phalaenopsis Bronze Maiden. As you can see, no orchid left in here, but the roots look pretty good. So I don't know if there is any hope for it yet. So let's see if we can maybe do something with that one as well. So let me just get you in closer so you can see what I'm doing, and yeah, let's just get to work. Okay, so first of all, let's try and have a look at a vanilla. I think it's actually going to be an easier one to deal with anyway, so let me just take this away. Okay, so vanilla orchid, so as you know, there's basically nothing left in the pot, so I can just pull it out. So this vine here is, as you can see, is just completely, I thought it's actually rotten, which I mean it rotted, but then it just dried off. So you know, the rot is actually not traveling up the vine. I think this part though, because it's so yellow, it is probably going to go. So let me just get you in closer so you can see, you know, this part I think is going, and then you've got green part. So my plan is to just take this whole trellis out of the pot. So there's nothing else left in the pot anyway. So the whole orchid will just come out with the trellis. And what I am thinking to do is cut all of this rotted part off, and then where the green part is, I will just let it kind of hang down, and then I can put the whole thing in here, and I will pour some water in and just basically just let it sit like that. And hopefully the humidity in this pot, you know, with the water below, will kind of encourage some root growth. I don't have much hopes for this plant. I don't think it's really gonna do much, but you know, I don't want to just throw away a plant which could potentially still be saved. So I'm gonna cut, so it is rotting still here, so I think that this part here will rot away anyway. So I will cut into the healthy tissue, you know, relatively healthy, and then that wasn't a very clean cut. Let me try and do this again. That's better. So yeah, you can see that it is actually still green in there. Sorry, I'm just trying to kind of arrange it in a way that would, you know, that it would be comfortable. I don't want, so I want this part to just hang in the air, you know, I don't want this to touch water at all. I just want it to be near the water so that it can try and, you know, grow roots, but I don't want it to actually sit in water because it's just gonna keep rotting. So if it's, so basically it would have, I would have this much height, which is actually quite a lot, to pour water in, you know, before it touches the bottom of this vine. So, you know, I will pour maybe this much, so it's gonna hang about an inch above the water, which I think should be fine. But I just want to try and get it situated in a way that it doesn't touch the pot, and you know, the actual plant doesn't really touch the pot, and this vine doesn't kind of touch anything. So let me just see how I would arrange it. So you can see the vine is just around like that, and it's not touching the edge of the pot. So it's just gonna hang like that, and I'll pour water to the bottom, and that's it. I'll just let it be, and I don't know, I have a feeling it's probably gonna die anyway, but you know, I'm just giving it another chance. So let me just make sure I don't touch the vine with water. No, that's fine. There is about maybe an inch to half an inch of gap between the water and the vine. But yeah, basically that's it. That's all I'm gonna do with this, and I'll see what happens. You know, it will have hopefully kind of increased humidity around the base of the plant. I will put it in the shelf, on the top shelf, and it's gonna have the heat coming from the lamp below, so it will, you know, it will be heating up the bottom of the pot, which means that, you know, the water in the pot will kind of be evaporating as well a bit quicker, so it will just provide even more humidity. And yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, these leaves are so floppy. I honestly don't expect it to do anything except die. So if it pulls through, that's great. If it doesn't, you know, we've got another piece which we can work with. So that's this one. And the other one is my Phalaenopsis. So I really don't know if there is anything I can do. You can see I lost its leaves. I actually posted a picture on Instagram where it lost its top leaf, which was basically the new leaf it had. It grown about halfway and then it just dropped, and I could see that the crown has kind of, it wasn't really rotting, but it had kind of yellowing, you know, in the center. And so I put loads of cinnamon in the crown to make sure that if it's rot, it stops. And then the two leaves that were hanging on each side, they dropped a few days later. So if it was rot, I'm probably too late. So there is not really much left in here. So let me see if I can just, without dropping anything, show you. But you can see this crown is just completely dried off. There is nothing left in here. But you know, the thing is, like these roots, look at these roots. So this root here is actually touching the water, you know, the tray in the water. That's why it's so wet. But you know, I've got other roots that are really nice and green. Can you see those? And this root is, you know, aerial root, but really nice. It's actually even got like a teeny tiny green tip at the end as well. So that's what kind of gives me a bit of hope. Although, you know, these roots are quite, you can see they are quite dried off at the base, you know, near the stem. So, you know, I may be just wasting my time. But what I want to do with this is try and just peel off these, you know, sheaths that are left from the leaves that dropped. See if I can find any life inside. If I can't find anything at all in there, then I'm just gonna toss it, because I don't think, you know, although roots can photosynthesize, and that's why I actually took it out of the decorative container, so that, you know, if these roots are actually photosynthesizing, they can actually do it and have access to light. But you know, they're not gonna photosynthesize to the point where it regrows. The only way I can save it is if it grows a keiki. But for it to grow a keiki, I think it should still have you know, some part of the stem should be green and alive, you know, for it to push out a keiki. If everything is dead in here, I don't think there will be any you know, room or any spots for the keiki to come out of. So let me just try and kind of, you know, peel off these sheaths slowly, and let's just see if we can get anywhere with it. Yeah, so you see, this is what I'm talking about. So the root was completely dead at the base, and this root here, you know, the branch was dead. But then look at that, it's just totally green and alive, you know, and very healthy. So I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just not had enough time, you know, to kind of for all these roots to die off yet. So you know, maybe they are on their way anyway, but yeah, I'm not sure. It's just so strange. And you know, I mean, these orchids, they do have a way of coming back to life, you know, pretty much from death. So I'm just thinking that maybe there is still hope for it. I know it's very, very small chance, you know, of getting it to come back to life, but if it is even a little chance, you know, why not try and save it and see what happens. So I'm almost done with peeling the sheaths off. I'm just kind of going now down below where the bottom leaves dropped previously, just to see if I can find any life in there. So the top, although it is all dry and I can't see anything green in there, but it's also not black, so it's not completely kind of, you know, rotted off. It's white basically. So I don't know, not sure. I'm also kind of, you know, not sure if I should kind of pull this out of here, out of this pot, and also put it in kind of like a watercolor or something, but I don't know, I feel like, you know, that would just give it even more stress by, you know, being like trying to transition it basically into a different method. So I don't know if that's a good idea. So yeah, I am just not sure if there is anything that can be done, to be honest. It looks pretty dead to me. Okay, I don't know if that's my imagination or what, but I think that I am actually seeing something green down in there. So it's so tiny, I can barely see it with naked eye. I don't think I will be able to show it on the film, but I don't know, I think something is green in there. So you know what, I'm just gonna let it be. I'll just see what happens, you know. I mean, I'll keep it for another month or two. If this green dot that I see, if it doesn't move at all, I'm just gonna give up. But you know, it might actually do something, so I'll just keep it. You know, it doesn't take that much space. I'm not looking to get any new orchids anytime soon anyway, so you know, I will just try and save the ones that I've got. So looks ridiculous, looks, you know, totally dead, but I don't know. I really don't know. So I'll just leave it. So yeah, haven't really done much with it, but you know, I'm quite happy that, you know, you can see like this stem, or the crown of the stem is actually quite, you know, it's white. It's not rotted or black or anything. It's not green either though, so you know, but the fact that it's not totally rotted, I think that, you know, we still might have hope. So I'll just keep it, and then, you know, I'll keep you guys updated at least on the monthly updates to say what this orchid is doing, or if I threw it out, I'll let you know as well. So that was it, just a little bit of work, you know, just tidying a few things up. And yeah, let's just see how these guys do, and hopefully we can save them. So yeah, that's both of these, and yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, I hope it was good to kind of see, you know, maybe that will give you some ideas as well how to save some orchids. You know, I'm not obviously saying they are saved, but you know, we can see how they get on and how they do. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.